And if we're going to move on, oh, hello, Gail. I'm just going to say, if we're going to move on to some reds, where better to go than to Ashling Park in just down near Chichester, where I spent two of my happiest summers ever as an actor.
Oh,
I did
yes,
two
at Chichester
seasons
Festival Theatre.
at the Chichester Festival Theatre. I spent two
Yeah.
seasons there, doing a series of wonderful plays. My last play there was with Patricia Hodge doing The Mitford Girls. It was a long time ago, but I remember the joy of to this day. And you're at Ashling Park. Which is your village?
Well, part of the estate is in West Ashling, and the other part of the estate, well, where the gates come in, is Funtington, which I think sounds better. Funtington, very
Huntington's
fun.
a wonderful name, isn't it? And because Easter, I was that last season of mine at the at Chichester Festival Theatre, I stayed in Lily Langtry's old house.
Oh,
Now
yes,
that's
yes.
either in West Ashling or East Ashling. It's very close
Oh,
to you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a wonderful. I said to myself, "You're down in this beautiful theatre in this beautiful city near this beautiful Sussex coast. Spend all your money on the best digs you can possibly get." And I had this wonderful, enormous flat in Lily Langtry's old house. So I think anything to do with Ashling makes me very, very happy.
Good.
Anyway, I'm delighted to taste this wine because I my first view of Ashling Park was when you stepped into the breach in COVID. Um,
Yes.
at Wine GB, we were faced in COVID in 2020 with having to cancel all our tastings. They were just taking off, and we were desperate to keep the momentum going of Wine GB and the awards and finding the best wines in the country. Uh, and of course, with COVID, everything was closed down. And somehow you managed to say to us, you can come down to Ashling Park near Chichester. Um, you can taste in what was like a sort of hangar at the back of your beautiful house. You can
Yes.
one person can stay in a cottage and another person can stay in a pub and another person can stay in the loft and another person can stay in a nest over in the forest. And we managed to do the under enormous pressure and against all the odds, we had a tremendously successful Wine GB tasting that award
Yes,
ceremony.
I think the glory being that the hangar, the front of the building had opened completely. So you were completely in your COVID guidelines and all the meters apart and it all worked well.
Yeah.
So luckily, yes.
And we decided because we didn't see a cloud all week. And we came back
No.
the next year and we didn't see a cloud all week that year. We decided that Ashling Park is actually in a special little local climate. And of course, I believe that because having spent time down at Chichester, and I still go down to Selsey Bill to play tennis and go swimming and play
Yes.
golf and all those things. And I hang around in this bright sunshine near Chichester, even a couple of miles up the hills. I can see that
Mm,
the clouds have started gathering,
mm.
and I'm in brilliant sunshine just down where I am down near Chichester. Do you get a special climate there?
Yes, we do. And actually, Bognor Regis, which is only sort of 10 miles as the bird flies,
Yeah.
is the sunniest part in the UK officially. So we're very close to there. We've got Kingley Vale the other side. So sometimes the other side of the Downs will be a bit cloudy, a bit murky. You just come over Kingley Vale and we're protected in this lovely sunshine. And again, the Isle of Wight has the same effect. It comes across, hits the Isle of Wight and goes either side, and Chichester's behind there. So I do think we have a unique weather here and we've got the trees all the way around the vineyard, and it just make it quite a nice little warm place.
Now, is Ashling Park a family home of yours? And
Yes, so
did you have that house before the vineyard or the vineyard before?
yes, yes. So mum and dad bought the house some 35 years ago. I live behind, but the idea is, if they're lucky I'll let them live above the garage, and I'll take the main house. But no, so we all live on the estate together, and my children work here, and we're all involved. And Dad likes to come and give me his advice, whether I take it or not is another thing. But yeah, so it's a nice family estate.
So describe the vineyard to me and what kind of soils and things it is.
Oh, well, we're on chalk and flint, so it's very good drainage. Although we are quite high on the water table here, so I don't have to panic when there isn't any water. I know that the vines can wiggle down and find them. It's quite a flat vineyard. It's only 30 meters above sea level, so we're a mile from the coast. So we don't really struggle with the frost element. We don't obviously we have frost, but we don't have those long, hard frosts that other vineyards have to all go into panic stations about. Touch wood.
Touch wood. And so flat chalk vineyards are not very common, but Chichester's got two, hasn't it? Tinwood on the other side of Chichester is also flat and also
Yes,
very
yeah,
flinty and very chalk.
yeah. I mean, there is a 6-meter rise. So if you're riding a bike up a vineyard, you definitely feel it. But to look at, it looks quite flat compared to others.
Now, what's the Pinot Noir 2022 we've got here? Was that your
Yes.
first Pinot Noir?
No, we did do another one before then, and that was in 2020 when we had the good weather when you were there. And this is from 2022, and it was probably going to change, but it was the warmest summer since records began. But I'm sure, fingers crossed, this is going to be the warmest summer since records began. But so it was a great year to do a Pinot still.
I remember it because I think it was it 56 of the weather stations in England broke their record, and normally a record is broken by zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2 degrees centigrade. In 2003, I think the record was at Faversham, and it was 38.5, and in 2018 or something, it went to 38.7, and then in 2022, it went to 40.3.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
burst across July the 19th, 2022. The whole country just sweltered. And I'm told by my friends in Essex that even though 40.3 was technically the hottest part of England, they reckon that parts of Essex got to 42.2. And three
Mhm.
places in Yorkshire broke the record. You can't have Yorkshire breaking the heat record. They broke it three times in 2022. So it
Yeah.
must have been a remarkable vintage to suddenly say, we're going to take red wine seriously.
Yes, and I think that's why we've got this lovely cup. So this was from a Wine GB, the trophy for the best Pinot Noir.
Well deserved.
And yes, so that was picked up last year, which
Yeah,
was I remember the ceremony. That was a very hot day as well in
wasn't
the
it?
Drapers
In,
Hall.
in,
Yeah.
in the city.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely boiling. We were all
Yeah. We all
absolutely,
had to open the windows
yeah.
and yeah.
Now, it's one thing I haven't really talked about enough this evening, and I know that you're a real expert on this, is wine tourism. Now,
Yes.
I have a feeling that you had this in your mind right from the start when you started taking over control of the vineyard and the winery. Is that so?
Yeah, we knew you had to have a good route to market plan, and we knew that there was lots of plantings happening, and still are growing and growing. So I think we have a small vineyard, and we've heavily invested in the wine tourism element of it, because then I've always got someone that I can sell my wine to at a better markup as well from if it was in the supermarkets and things, and you have more contact with the customer. You can explain the process. Our sparklings are Blanc de Blanc and our rosé from 2014. So it's great that we've got the audience of people here on the wine tours and things to actually explain how important that is and what difference that makes to the finish. And
It, it's
and that's why
massively.
we're getting trophy winning wines.
That's why you're getting trophy winning wines, exactly, because you actually give those sparkling wines enough time to express themselves. This is the wonderful thing about English sparkling wines, that if you give them another 7 or 8 years, they absolutely explode with personality.
Mm,
But
mm,
you
mm.
you can't show us around, can you, Gail?
Yes, I can. Now, it's funny, we've got a wedding here tonight, which isn't ideal. So if they start congoing behind us, they're
Well,
they're up in the
it'll
restaurant
show
at
what
the
it'll
moment.
show what you mean by, oh, hey, gosh, yes.
Yes. So, there you go. So
So
there's the tasting rooms, and you
is
can
the
see.
vineyard on your right? Is that the Pinot Noir vineyard there?
No, that's the Chardonnay directly
Okay.
behind me. And if I swing round this side, you can just about see the lodges
I
where
yes.
people can come and stay, which is lovely. So I think we're quite unique that we do everything here. So we've got amazing tours, and I really do think they're amazing. All our tour guides are level 3. We set level 3, or the staff in the restaurant have got we set level 3. So I think when you do a tour, you come here, you're out in the vineyard for half an hour, seeing what's happening, walking through the vines, might do a bit of leaf plucking for us on the way or something like that. And then they go back into the tasting rooms, they taste the still wine when they arrive, and then they get to taste another 3 sparkling wines. And these are all trophy winning wines. These are all um, medal winning wines. So they really do get a treat. And then they finish off with a spirit. And the spirit is also made with our Pinot Noir grapes. So the second press, we turn into the alcohol, add 13 botanicals to them. And we made ourselves a gin, and we've also got a rum and a vodka. So it is a good time. Let's say you need a taxi when you drive here, when you
Or you
come
stay
here
in one
for
of
a
the
tasting.
lodges, more likely.
Yes, yeah, I like your style much better.
Yes, I've done that. And from
Yes.
what I remember, haven't you got a bar out in the middle of the vineyard somewhere?
Yes, so we've got our Airstream bar. At the weekends, people can just come down for a drink. So they could go shopping in Chichester and think, oh, do you know what? Let's pop in, sit in a vineyard for the rest of the afternoon. I mean, what a perfect way to spend a gorgeous day, without fighting the crowds down to Wittering Beach. You can come and sit in a vineyard. Very more civilized.
You don't even make them charge for the parking, like at West Wittering Beach.
Yes.
Charge about £1,000 to park your car there.
Yeah, you have to book and everything now,
You
yeah.
have to book to park your car. You think that's not what going to the beach is all about. I've got a private beach I go east of East Wittering, which no one goes to. And for large sums of money, I'll tell you which one it is, but not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
street. Well, look, Gail, it's lovely to see you again. And I've got very fond memories of Ashling Park, and I think you're doing an absolutely smashing job there. And this, by the way, is an absolute delight. I know exactly why we gave it its gold medal, because of its quintessential Englishness. It hasn't
Mm,
tried to be anything else but an absolutely beautiful English expression. There are some very good Pinot Noirs being made, which are more powerful and more dense. And I think, yeah, they're very impressive. But if I had to drink the one that gives me the most quiet, reflective pleasure, this is the style, and you lead the way. So thank you very much.
lovely. Great. Thank you.